Hey everybody, Bob Paskins here. Let's get ready for another 2-minute motivational drill. Today I would love to share with you a story about breaking through obstacles. And this is a story that actually happened to Cody, my oldest son. You see, Cody took up Taekwondo a few years ago. He really liked the fact that it was a spot that you could safely do punches and kicks. So, as he was going through this, the neat thing about Taekwondo is that you increase your belts every time. Now everyone, regardless of age, starts out as a white belt, but then you progress all the way up and ultimately get to a black belt. Well, every 3 months ago, there is a belt test. And what that is just basically showing that you mastered these skills so you're able to move up to the next belt. And Cody was ready for it. For the belt test, there were basically 3 different parts to it. The first one was kind of a choreographed movement showing that you knew Taekwondo, basic Taekwondo, footwork and positions. The second was basically like a practice sparring, where one member would kind of throw some punches and kicks, and the other one would show good ways of defending against that and showing how you defend against those punches and kicks. Then the third part and the last part was the breaking of the board. And it was kind of the, hey, we've done it, I'm able to master this skill, I'm ready to get my new belt. So sure enough, all of the white belts came, and they invited the parents actually to hold the board. So I was standing there holding the board, and I was holding it kind of up like this. And what Cody had to do was do a cross chop, which is basically an open-handed chop across the body. And he would end up breaking the board. So all the parents are lined up. The kids are ready to go. The master is giving instructions on how to do it. And he yells, 1, 2, 3, ha! And whew, everyone swung. And you hear this giant crack. And out of the 15 kids there, about 10 of them went through the board. They were great. They were elated. The parents handed them the broken board. They were able to sit down. But Cody was not one of those people. So he and the other 4 were there too. The master said, okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, ha! And you hear a crack again. Well, this time, the other 4 kids broke their board, which meant Cody was the only one left. So he was starting to get anxious at this point because at this point, all of the eyes were on him. So the master, third time, 1, 2, 3, ha, Cody, didn't break. Ha, 1, 2, 3, boom, didn't break. Now Cody was really starting to get emotional right now. He was the only one who couldn't do it, and all of the eyes were focused on him. Well, the master came over to him and just kind of knelt down right next to him and said, Cody, I think this is what your problem is. That you are aiming actually at the obstacle. You are aiming at the board. What you need to do is look past the obstacle. Actually aim 2 to 3 inches past the board. Because if you aim at the board, all you're going to do is you're going to hit the board and you're going to stop at the board because your hand is actually decelerating as it hits the target. But if you aim past it, then your hand is still going with full force right through the board and you'll be able to succeed. So he took out the practice pad and had Cody try it. Well, sure enough, a couple of swings, you could see it. Cody was still aiming at the pad or at the board. Finally, the master said, no, you got to aim here. And Cody was starting to get it. Ah, okay. Even though I've never done this before, I think I see how to do it. And his swings were harder and more firm. And you could see that he was ready to go. So the master brought me back in, and here I'm holding the board again. And all eyes are on Cody. And the master was looking around to everyone and saying, okay, this is what I need you to do, parents, other students, cheer for Cody at this time. So Cody again swings, ha! It was better, but still not enough to break the board. So he was getting ready, got himself together, and finally, on the 8th attempt, 1, 2, 3, ha! Crack! The board broke in 2. At that point, Cody was just so excited. He was jumping up and down, and then he almost collapsed. And all the students came and ran and basically hugged him and jumped on top. And the parents were cheering and clapping. And he was able to break through the obstacle. It was just a wonderful experience. There wasn't a dry eye from the parents in the place, including me. I was so proud of him because he broke through the obstacle. Now, here's the drill. Through this, I basically found that there are 4 truths to breaking the obstacle. The first one is sometimes we run up into our minds and have our minds play tricks on us because we have not actually broken the obstacle or broken through that obstacle before. Cody hadn't broken through the board before. He didn't know how to do it. And his mind is saying, just because you haven't done it means you can't do it. That's not true. Just because you haven't done it means that you actually can do it. The truth is that we can't let our mindset take a hold of us. We can actually break through it. The second piece is the second truth, is we can't focus on the obstacle. If we focus on the obstacle, we will never go through it. What Cody had to learn with this practicing is you can't focus on going right up to the obstacle. The obstacle will stop you. You have to focus on what is past the obstacle. Focus on what is past the obstacle and you'll be able to get through it. The third one is, and I love this part, when the master turned to all of the other students and parents and said, cheer him on. And the truth is, you are not doing this alone. You have a number of people who want you to succeed, who want you to break through that obstacle. Maybe it's a promotion at work, getting more team members on your team, being able to lose some pounds, whatever that obstacle is. People want the best for you. You have to believe it. It's the truth that people who love you want the best for you, and they will cheer you on. And then fourth and finally, and I should have said this earlier, Cody has gone through 6 other belt tests, and in each time he has broken through the board. Because the fourth truth here is, once you clear an obstacle, it becomes easier to clear the next one, and the next one, and the next one after that. So that's what I implore you to do, is just to realize the 4 truths out there for breaking through these obstacles. I know you can do it. So this is Bob Paskins with your 2-minute motivational drill, encouraging you to engage in life, to let your light shine, and to be a champ. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.